Hello lovely people, this is Casey, doing another lore explore for Skritt for Brains. I hope everyone's been really well in the last week. Yeah, so we're going to do another lore explore on, and these will be done every week. And don't forget to put suggestions about what you would like me to do next. Okay, so today we are going to do Eldvin Monastery. Wow, that was really awkwardly said. Eldvin Monastery. There we go. We got there, and then you'd think for preparation I would practice saying the word over and over, but I did not, and I am ashamed. Not really. Okay, so Eldvin Monastery is in the Crichton Freeholds, which is in Queensdale, just south of Divinity's Reach. I'm pretty sure most of you have done Queensdale. It's probably the most popular starting area. It's so pretty and lovely, and everyone goes there. So this is, you can actually get there from Crichton Waypoint, and it is a lovely little monastery, a little orchard, apple farm with some bees, and lots of villagers like to come and look at the orchard, and lots of flowers, and by far probably one of the prettier areas in Queensdale. So we are going to go into the monastery through these arches. This door here is I used to get so confused when I first started playing, because I'm like, oh, this is the entrance. No, it's not, it's just a room. So we go through here, and a shady customer. So yes, this is the entrance, and we can see there's a little stencil work of a nice little beer stein, and we go in, and it is so pretty. So very pretty. Look at that, so beautiful. Yes, so this is Eldvin Monastery, and there are lots of plants and all sorts of things around, stencils on the wall, and beautiful ivory and stuff just growing everywhere. So let's talk to the people. Historian Moritz. Centaur raiders have stolen the monastery ale supplies. The abbot ran off to recover them. Can you go and help him? Why aren't you helping? I'm not part of the monastery. I'm here as part of the Derman Priory. I can offer protection, but I can't leave my post to thrump through the woods in search of ale. Fine, I'll go and help him. So we're going to go and quickly do this event, because if we don't have any ale, it's just no point. So this is obviously this is a monastery that does a lot to do with oh, here's another historian.
Centaurs stole our ale. We have to get it back before they drink it all.
A monastery that makes ale. So all of the monks or abbots make their ale. And obviously there's a lot of centaurs near here, because if we have a look at the map, this is all where the centaurs are really dug their hooves in. So they frequently come and raid and steal ale, because you know what, even centaurs need to drink, they're just too lazy to make it themselves. So if we go over here, we see Abbot Matthias, and let's talk to him.
We could very well perish.
Without ale we could very well perish. Yes, I know quite a few people who believe that. Centaurs stole a shipment of ale for Swamp Lost Haven. So this monastery actually supplies us beer to Swamp Lost Haven. That ale was meant for soldiers, not dirty godless creatures. I shudder to think of my fine ale working its way through those stomachs. Fair enough. Okay, so there's lots of centaurs around here, and I think I might just change to this. There we go. And we need to get the ale back, and see the centaurs have stolen the ale and made a little cubby hole for them. So we're going to take some ale and take it back. And so yes, obviously this is to supply the soldiers. Obviously beer is a big morale thing, so having beer for the soldiers is quite important.
Pathetic wretch.
You're a pathetic wretch.
We could very well perish.
So I'm just going to quickly finish off this event, because this is boring for you guys to come and see me run backwards and forwards. So tally-ho, I'll see you in the future. Alright, so this should be the last little batch of brew, and then we'll go and talk to Abbot Matthias and see what he has to say.
If they served ale... One of my lovely kegs.
Thank you. This beautiful keg will join its brethren and bring liquid joy to so very many. Okay. Oh, okay. So, Brother Matthias, I really like him a lot.
Are you well?
He's very cool. He has kind of like
Centaurs took my ale. All of it. What am I supposed to do?
this kind of really cool voice, and I think it might have been either very similar or voiced by the same guy as Lord Farron, and I love Lord Farron. So that's very cool. He's a very cool character, very in love with his ale.
If they served ale in the mists, it wouldn't be so bad.
So yes, we'll just wait for this timer to tick down and then we'll go back. But what happens is this ale gets taken back.
My ale collection is restored. All is well once more.
Oh, that's so sweet. He's so attached to his ale. So we'll take it back, and actually there is another event after this where we need to escort the ale. Here it is. I think it's going to start very soon with Sister Brenda. Escort it to Swamp Lost Haven, which is over.
The brew is
Yeah.
ready for Swamp Lost Haven.
Ale makes
Would
me
you
sing.
bless our journey
Ale makes
before
me
we
love.
set out?
Certainly, sister. Balthazar, bless this brew with a full body. Duena, bless those brave souls who guard this brew and keep it from falling into unworthy hands. Cormir, bless those who imbibe it with sweet satisfaction. Lissa, bring them a full measure of mirth thereafter. Melandru, see this brew safely to its destination, and Grenth, ward away foul fermentation.
That was beautiful. Just beautiful.
Safe journey, sister. Oh, and Brenda,
Yes, most holy.
keep your lips off the barrel this time. Ale, 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 ale makes me happy. Ale makes me sing. Ale makes me love everything.
So cool. So this little song he has about ale, obviously he just life revolves around ale, and you actually saw he asked the 5 gods to protect the ale, and so that's just really like, it just shows that this monastery still kind of serves a religious purpose, and obviously the morale that they get from getting ale also has kind of like a religious morale to it as well. So now we'll talk to Brother Matthias, see what he has to say. Welcome to our humble monastery. We watch over the cursed swamp to the south, the site of the once glorious Temple of Ages, and that is another sort of lore thing that I will eventually do in the future, the Temple of Ages. But tell me about the swamp. Many who have ventured there have gone mad, or worse. Take my advice, stay clear of the ruins. The Derman Priory is researching the area. Talk to Sophie or Moritz to find out more. And then we talked to the Priory members earlier. Is that beer I smell? Oh, this is Queensdale's oldest brewery. If you've never tried our golden ale, make sure you talk to one of the merchants. It's the best you'll ever taste. So it's actually Queensdale's oldest brewery. So brewery, God, that word is really getting to me. So that is quite interesting. I didn't realise that it was the site of the oldest brewery. Okay, so we'll come back in and we'll actually see all the grapes and everything and all the thing, and you actually see, it looks like, oh here, the monastery monk is actually tending the garden. And they say it seemed to have a problem with grubs, which you can actually do to help them get the heart quest. And so here we actually have Abby brothers and Sister Mila, and these they kind of dress like servants of Duena, the whiteness, and here's going to say something.
I wonder if the centaurs would be less hostile if we shared our beer with them.
I think they want our land and crops, not our beer.
Just a thought. More for me then.
Sorry, they dress like Cormia, because Cormia is very white and has gold. So, yeah, obviously centaurs is a big problem for them here. So let's go and talk to historian Sophie. Nothing to do, even for a well-educated and deeply philosophical person such as myself. What are you doing here? You mean other than drinking the finest ale in Tyria? I work for the Derman Priory investigating old ruins. The swamp to the south here used to be a site of a great temple. Ask her about the swamp, and she tells us that Moritz has theories on what happened. So these people aren't here to study the oldest brewery in Tyria, they're here to study the swamp, which is very nearby. So we'll talk to Moritz, and he goes, all the pondering I do about life really works up a killer appetite. Are you with the Demon Priory? Yes, I'm a historian sent here to investigate the Temple of Ages. History is my life. It's an unbelievable honor to be one of the few to explore the temple. And then you ask and tell about the swamp. And I will probably go over this more when we do the swamp, because at the moment he doesn't really talk about the thing and he has his own theories about it. So there's these two here that come out occasionally, Charis and the Seraph Guard, and they actually have a dynamic event where here we actually see the bull here, and this event you need to carry the supplies. Moo! Hello! Moo! See you later, Ella cow. Oh my gosh, Casey. What are you carrying? Moo! Moo?
Entering bones this morning. According to them, we're in for a safe journey.
I love it. I did not know that. That is hysterical. I love it.
May the Six watch over you.
So we're talking to the Seraph guy. He goes, hey, don't touch that. Sorry, what are you doing here? We've been assigned to escort the carnival troops caravan to Beetletown. Until we leave, I've got nothing to do but keep the oh gosh, away from the ox. Why hasn't the caravan left? Miss Cherries is one for mysticism. I'm not sure, but at this point, I think she's waiting for divine intervention to start our journey. So this is actually to do with taking a caravan. Why do you need to go to Beetletown? A troop. Oh, so these must be people who are a caravan. What's it called? Carnival people who have been staying at the monastery. Because I thought they might be escorting beer, but no, apparently not. So we'll just leave them alone. Bye bye. So let's continue. There's a monastery monk in the garden, a brother Abby, and just a merchant.
You'll find everything you need here.
We'll just continue on. We've talked to them. Let us go in here and see. This is where all the ale is kept. And actually, if we look at this, oh, it's really hard to read, but I'll put the translation on the screen of what that says if I can get it. But there's bottles in here, lots of different bottles. They actually got some of these bottles as well, different types of bottles, and the labels are actually legitimate. Like there are bottles that say Beetlestone wine and things like that, which is very cool. So let's talk to Sister Liz.
My friend.
I've just finished the latest batch of our new lighter brew, Monastery Light. I think it's going to be a big hit. Would you like to try some? Would I? Here you go, thanks. So what did you think? I think it would be a big hit. Really? Thanks. I spent a lot of time getting this taste just right. I'll let the other brewmasters know that it's ready to ship. So yeah, that's part of the heart events there. So you can fill up your heart by doing it, and when you fill up your heart, you can actually talk to Brother Vince.
We must all stand against wrongdoing.
And he looks like a patron of Balthazar for sure. I mean, look at that grizzled face with the scars and the pointy gauntlets. Very cool. So, Brother Vince. The more effort it takes to make a brew, the better the end product. This next batch is sure to be the best, thanks to your efforts.
I fear for my life every time I leave the monastery.
Why is that?
Centaurs. Such godless creatures. They have no moral compass whatsoever.
Sorry, Vince. We were talking and I just completely went mute to listen to these two. Got anything set aside for me? I may have a special stash for helpful people such as you. Here, take a look. Thank you. So we can get a recipe for Ascalonian herds, which kind of makes sense because some of these people are from Kryta. Monk's beer stein. So these steins are crafted extra sturdy. They won't break over a bandit's head and can block a center's arrow without leaking any ale. Brother Vince, that is very cool. I would like a stain like that. So obviously they got some problem with bandits and centaurs. And we've got a stein of golden ale, so let's take some of that and see. It's going to make my screen all blah, 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 blah. I might have to.
Yes?
Okay, I've had some golden ale. And yep, it's
By
made my
Balthazar's
screen all
hounds, how
blah
are
blah
you?
blah blah blah. Yes, and then we just saw that he actually said, by Balthazar's hounds, how are you? So this monastery is actually for all the gods, not just one in particular. So hopefully this doesn't make me sick by walking around with this intoxicated haze. Yeah, so this is very pretty, lots of trees and stuff like that. I'll go up here, have a look around, see if there's anything up here. And oh, look at that view, did you see that? Like, you can actually see in the distance, there's the dam. It's very cool. And oh, so beautiful up here. I wish there was more to do up here, because you rarely ever go up the stairs. So you can see over the lands, go over here, and it looks like this is actually one thing I failed to mention, was that this is actually a big place for role players, and I can see why. It's such a beautiful area and it's got such a great atmosphere. But I actually am on Tarnished Coast, so I do see a lot of role players. So yeah, it looks like just a little shrine. So we're going to take the shortcut down and hope I don't die. I'm right. And I'm right. Okay, cool. So there we go. We're going to go, and there's another monastery monk up there, but I don't think we can talk to him. But we'll go in here first. And yeah, this is another place people like to roleplay in here because it's quite empty and you can kind of get a really feel into the atmosphere. And we're going to go up these steps, and I think this is about the last place to go for this Eldvin monastery. So Sister Kathy is the scout here. The citadels of Beetleton feel safer for your efforts, Casey. May Dwayne bless the path you walk and keep you from danger in the future. Wow, well, thank you. That was very kind of you. It looks like there's not really anything more to say. We'll go and have a look. I was under the impression there was a vista here, but I am very much mistaken. Oh well, we'll go through here. And yep, just another pretty place for us to rest our pretty heads, I guess. We're all very pretty. So yes, this is, see if I can get a nice little view like this. There we go. So this is Eldvin Monastery. It is a lovely little monastery in the middle of Queensdale. It is the oldest brewery in Kryta, and it is managed by monks, human monks who believe in the 5 gods. And they have a lot of trouble with centaurs and sometimes bandits who come and try and steal some of their brew, but it is pretty much acclaimed some of the best brew in Kryta. So yeah, so that has been Eldvin Monastery. I tried to keep it pretty short this time. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and don't forget to suggest places you'd like me to go around and have a look and talk to all the people. Yeah, so don't forget to check out skritforbrains.com for the written summary, and the written summary often includes little lore tidbits that are perhaps not included in the area that might be said elsewhere. So definitely go and check that out if you're interested in more information about Eldvin Monastery or any other place that we've done a lore explore about. And yeah, and don't forget to go and check out the compendiums, which are pretty much massive, not massive, but big articles with all the lore about a particular subject. The one that was published most recently was the Skritt compendium, so definitely go and check that out. And I will see you next week. So this has been Casey, and thank you so much for watching my lore explore. I will see you next time. Bye bye. So here we are in Skritt's oh my gosh, Skrittstead home. No, Skritt's. Oh my god, Skrittsburg homestead. Well, that is going to get cut and redone.